told mid-tide's about the best because you still get waves. There we are. There you go. So this footage was taken just before low tide, and as you can see the waves aren't crashing much over the bank. Compared to the footage here where it was about an hour and a half, 2 hours after high tide, and we had a lot more wave activity.
That is much bigger waves than we were last time. Tide's up higher. There he is. Eating some of the little weed off the country.
Oh, he's just gone hiding. He saw me point at him.
Yeah, but you watch the it's the kanji there, and you can see it's opened up here. I'll go underwater.
One open here.
And then I'll touch it.
There's the water dropping in from this side.
Yeah. And then you can squeeze them. Wow, that is a big one. Oh, double one. Another one. Triple one. Oh, that was an idiot.
Milkshake. Champagne pool.
Washing machine pools.
One of the other great things about being at Waddy Point is you can go fishing in the gutters that form and the little lagoon that forms near the point, and you can also fish off the rocks where the rock pools are. Although we didn't have any luck this time, we're very good at feeding fish. It was still good fun to have a go at it. We also went up to Orchid Beach a couple of times. At high tide we took the inland track through the soft sands to get up to the Orchid Beach shops and enjoy a bevy up there. And at low tide we were able to drive along the beach and get up there a lot faster on the hard packed sand. Tide at Waddy Point, these beautiful rock pools form, and it's a great little spot to have a swim. We also found some coral in one of the rock pools, which was really surprised us. First sand, like loose sand driving on Fraser. Gotta say, I had a heap of fun driving that car on Fraser Island. The Land Cruiser handles it beautifully. Waddy Point Campground was a great place to stay for a few days. It's handy to note though that if you're not familiar with the Queensland Parks and Wildlife Service booking page, there are 2 campsites, camper trailers and tents. Now if your camping setup is off your car or on your car and you want to be able to access it, don't book a tent site because you can't actually drive your vehicle into the tent sites. We learnt the hard way. We'd booked tent sites all across the island and ended up having to use camper trailer sites. Luckily there were a lot more sites available than the Queensland Parks and Wildlife Service booking page indicated. Smoke-free and caramelised pig sausages.
Yum. Love it. What else are we having with it?
I don't know. Well, we do have some salad. Well, I couldn't be bothered making it up. And we do have some wraps somewhere. Right behind them.
It's pretty cool back.
Well, they're in the fridge.
So we're at Elli
We
Creek.
could also have apple cider with it. That'd be
Yeah. We're at Elli Creek. It looks pretty busy here today.
It's right next to our car. You can probably smell our sausages. Ah!
Tag on, you tag on. Looks in healthy condition.
Yeah, he's in good nick.
Just lean.
On the beach in front of us.
We're slowing down to let you around the plane.
Go that way.
Go. To the right, to the right.
Right.
Why are you filming?
Drop off or something.
So this was our first attempt at getting the drone to follow the car. We couldn't quite figure out the follow me function. So I was driving and Peter was in control of the drone. It worked pretty well until the drone started getting low on battery. Then things went to pot. stage we were reaching Poyungan Rocks and we were supposed to take the diversion road over the headland, but the drone was giving us a critical low and it decided to go back to home. Now, because we had taken off up the beach a few kilometres up, it was trying to go back to where we had started to let it go. Peter took control of the drone, but we couldn't figure out quite exactly where the drone was in relation to where we were. He got out of the car and he's trying to figure out where the drone is and where it is in relation to us. And I took off up the beach trying to go searching for the drone, thinking that it had gone back to home.
After a bit of drama, the drone battery went critical and it decided to go and land somewhere, and guess where it landed? Right there. Woohoo! It was going to go straight back to where it started, but I cancelled that and it just landed in its nearest spot. Effective.
So this is Yurong Resort, which is got a shop, bakery, all sorts of stuff. And this is where we can get bits and pieces.
Yeah.
Get a drink. We could have meals here.
Open all meals.
And when I looked online on last week, it was about $190 for a motel room a night. And then Saturday came and school holidays. And suddenly it was $420 a night for a hotel room. Needless to say, we didn't stay.
Barista coffee, fresh bread and pies.
This is what makes Peter excited. He can get coffee.
There's supposed to be a car washing here.
After spending a few nights camping in our tent, we decided to indulge in the luxury of having a cabin at Dilli Village. They're fairly rudimentary cabins, but they're really quite comfortable. You can have campfires there as well. We enjoyed sunsets at Eastern Beach when it's nice and quiet and no four-wheel drives are zooming up and down, sunrises as well, and explored Lake Boomanjin and Birabeen from Dilli Village. So we've left our accommodation for the day at Dilli Village, and we're on the Southern Lakes Road. We're going to go up to Lake Boomanjin and have a look up there and make our way up to Central Station and do a few walks up there. We'll see what happens. It's from Dilli Village to Lake Boomanjin. It's 10.5 k's. Now we've done one creek crossing so far. It's a bit swampy to the side here. Lake Boomanjin's tannin-stained waters cover about 200 hectares in total, and it's the largest perch lake on the island. Lake Birabeen is a beautiful perch lake which is much less crowded than Lake Mackenzie. Even during school holidays, we only encountered 2 other families at Birabeen. It was bliss having space to chill out and enjoy the fresh, clean waters of the lake without crowds. We even had it all to ourselves for a while. I highly recommend you check out Lake Birabeen. Central Station. We just had a swim in Lake Birabeen, which is beautiful. It rivals Mackenzie and it's not as busy by far.
4.8 kilometres to Central
Station. We're going to have lunch at Central Station and having our gourmet sausages again.
Oh yeah, we use the induction cooker this time.
And we're going to go walk around there and have a look around.
So these two here, some trees, well, I think they're called the satin trees. They've been chopped down in the 1920s. You can see there's a notch there for the logger to put a plank into and continue chopping up higher, so he's probably chopped it off at that point. It's been there for 100 years. It's Central Station, coming down one of the walks down to the creek. There's no swimming in this creek, but just trying to protect the creek.
How clear is that water? This is at Central Station. Did you know that Kagari means paradise? It truly is a magical wonderland of pure natural beauty to explore. Central Station has a checkered history. It once was an established forestry camp, and interpretive signs explain its logging history. After protracted battles of logging and sand mining on the island were ceased, and the island is now protected as a World Heritage Wonder. How did you change that? Friends there. We learnt an interesting fact about these today. The stems don't have a woody centre like most plants do, or a fibrous centre. It's all water on the inside of the stems, which is what keeps them upright, kind of like a hose filled with water. But yeah, they're ancient relics of ancient forest.
Huge ones.
Amazing that they stay up because of water.
Yep. You're almost growing them straight out of the water, aren't they?
Yeah, they are.
Look at all these pines. Different types of trees everywhere. Straight as. Very straight.
This is the creek that runs behind the Dilli Village, so at the end that comes out at the beach. It's all these beautiful lilies. It's pretty shallow where they're growing. Oh, little yabby just here.
Yabby, yeah. Looks nice.
Oh, yabby. Join us in our next episode where we go to Tincam Bay at the Dolphin Discovery Centre and we see the beautiful little baby dolphin there. We also go in the hinterland and discover quite a few waterfalls as we start trekking north. Thanks for watching, and remember to like and subscribe to our channel.